Yes, I know. Yes, I know. I get it. It's later. It's later than we normally go live on Saturday morning, boys and girls, but we're here. We are here. Anybody else? Okay, I slept in. Kill me. Kill me. Guys, hey, listen, today is something to smile about Saturday, episode number 13. Episode number 13. Okay, fine. I know you want to know. I was late because there are some things that I committed to, and if I don't do them, I don't come on here. One of those was 15-minute minimum 15 minutes of movement exercise. So today I got on my exercise bicycle for 10 minutes. I got on my rower for 5 minutes, which by the way, today was the first day I finally rode over 1,000 meters in less than 5 minutes. Not by much, but a little bit. And so I've committed to that, right? We started this whole social media live stuff because we wanted to go on there for 5 minutes for 7 days, 30 days, 45. And we just kept on going. So I'm hoping that this same, and this is what I teach, this is what I coach, that this same small, Mr. Ziglar calls it a block and a mailbox, where you go a block, the next day you go a block and a mailbox, and you just continually get better, get stronger, get healthier. And so we're going to see what a year from now does once we sit there and have been doing this for a full year. And so I can't wait to see what happens. I hope you guys follow along in the journey. But today on Something to Smile About Saturday, it's just something that's going to give you some hope, some encouragement. It's going to be awesome because on Something to Smile About Saturday, we are actually talking about leaders are managers. Leaders are managers. And I'm going to tell you really fast because seriously, did you know, this is a fun fact, did you know that over 98% of American businesses have fewer than 100 employees? That means in most cases, the roles of the leader and manager often fall on the same shoulders. And so today we're going to be unpacking why leaders need to be managers and managers need to be leaders, whether at work, in a family, or just in life, guys. And so we're going to break this down here in just a little bit because today, guys, for all you cool kids out there, we're going to be showing you how you can do this in your personal life. And so welcome to Something to Smile About Saturday. Today's episode is all about the dual roles of leadership and management, from business to families. The best leaders know how to manage, and the best managers know how to lead. So let's go deep into the middle of the playground into why these roles overlap and how they bring out the best in each other. Because in the 13th story here, it talks about how we hear a lot of discussion and they read a lot of articles and they look at amazing number of books on leadership and management, and there's different functions, but leaders need to know leaders need to know a great deal about managing, and managers need to know a lot about leadership. And so once you start to understand that the overwhelming majority of them employ fewer than 50 people, because we read earlier 98% have about 100, less than 50% of those have less than 50, or the overwhelming majority. And so this means that the roles of a leader and manager often fall on each other. And so it's imperative that each one knows something about leading and vice versa. This is also true in our family, in our everyday lives. And so in the business world, the manager is in the trenches and on the front lines, getting his hands dirty, right? He's right there with you side by side. Now, he handles the daily responsibilities of dealing with his people in an effective way. He makes certain that what needs to be done gets done, and not just that, but it gets done in an effective manner. I'm not sure who's messaging me this early in the morning. Guys, are you guys up? Are you guys watching this? Hello? Hello? Oh, no. Juan's Ortiz meeting does not start in 4 minutes. It's Saturday, guys. Do we have an 8 o'clock morning meeting somewhere that nobody told me about? Squirrel! So this person makes certain that what needs to get done gets done, blah, blah, blah. On the other hand, the leader encourages the manager while the manager enforces the leader's program. Stop. Snooze that. Okay, so the leader has an aura that frequently goes with being the head of the organization. The manager exposes his warts in his daily interchanges with his people and uses discipline when necessary. That's one of the reasons the leader must regularly support the manager in his role so that the entire team gets the full message. And the leader must also understand that the way he treats the manager is the way the manager will treat his people and the way that the people are going to treat his customers. In an ideal situation, The leader makes the manager more effective. The manager makes the leader more effective. And the leader gives the manager responsibility as well as authority, support, and encouragement. It's safe to say that the leaders then are the spark of encouragement that lights someone else's torch of hope, who in turn passes it on. If you aspire in a position of leadership, implement that idea, guys. And so what are you going to be doing now that you know that? What are you going to do in your role? What are you going to do in your life? What are you going to do in your family, right? That's going to help you to counterbalance, to encourage one another, and vice versa. This thing is going to drive me nuts. Anyway, so leaders, managers, get on the same page. Realize that you're on the same team and on the same mission. And so leaders are that spark. We talked about it, the encouragement that are going to help light somebody else's hope and some vision. And the managers are right smack dab in the middle with the employees handling the day-to-day operations and responsibilities. They're the ones that make it happen. And so when these roles support each other, both become much, much more effective. And then you start to have, right, that sixth habit from the 7 habits of highly effective people. You start to have that synergy. And that synergy is where 1 + 1 no longer equals 2, but it's exponential. You start to multiply and you start to really kind of really kind of just start to go above and beyond and exceed that person's expectation of what they thought. Hey, well, I'm just here for an oil change. No, you're not. No, you're not. So what are you going to do with that now, right? Mr. Ziglar said this in his quote. He says, you never know when a moment and a few sincere words can have an impact on a life, right? Proverbs 27:7 says it this way: as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Guys, who do you hang around, right? That's the old Jim Rohn thing, right? You become the average of the 5 people you hang around. That's been challenged here recently. For those of you that keep watching, for those of you that show up every now and then, you guys realize that it's your sphere of influence that also has an impact on what you do and who you become. And so look around your life, whether it's at work, school, or at home. Who can you encourage to help them to succeed? And how can you step up to manage your responsibilities a little bit more effectively, guys? All I'm saying is the lesson, the takeaway, right? Leading and managing go hand in hand, right? In small businesses and families, people often have to juggle multiple roles, right? Leadership, management, back and forth. And those leaders give the managers the authority. We read about that earlier. A true leader treats their team with respect, knowing that how they treat their managers will flow down to everyone else, guys. This is not my personal opinion. Don't feel attacked. Go buy your book. Go buy the book. Look at chapter number 13, Something to Smile About Saturday. You're going to read it for yourself. John Maxwell, who's an excellent leader, said this: a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Are you showing the way? Are you going the way? Or are you that person are you that leader that says, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, don't need to do it again? Nah, that's not how it works, guys. Philippians 2:32-3 says it this way: do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself. Guys, if you're a leader, ask yourself, how can you better support, right? How can you better support those that you're managing? And if you're a manager, how can you inspire others and lead by example in your everyday work? I mean, leading and managing isn't just for business. It's in life. It's in your family. And so even as parents, how are you leading your kids? How are you managing their expectations? How are you setting the vision and handling the day-to-day responsibilities? The cleaning of your room, the taking out of the trash, the cleaning the dishes. You feel me? So I want you to think about your family as a business. CEO, president, vice president, and I wonder what would happen if you set those roles. Everybody knew their role and do the expectation. You know what? I think at the tomorrow night at the Ortiz Family Book Club, I think that's what I'm going to do with my family. We're going to sit down and literally write out a business plan for our family and what everybody's role is and what the expectations are. And we're just going to hold each other accountable. Watch Angie be like, yeah, finally, it's about time, boy. Y'all don't know her, but she got a little hood in her. You know, that saying is true. You can take the girl out of the hood, but sometimes you just can't take the hood out of the girl. No, I'm just kidding, baby. You're not hood. Hey, it's something to smile about Saturday, guys. Chill out. But if I need somewhere to sleep tonight, I'm gonna reach out to a couple of you people. Anyway, but guys, going back to the lesson, it's all about setting that vision and making sure that whatever the role is, the key is to blend vision with action, right? Give responsibility, and then you want to be able to offer. You want to offer that grace because it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect right away. So what are you going to be doing to be able to continue to set yourself up, to set your family up for success? And so, guys, today on Faith Your, not Faith Your, right, on Something to Smile About Saturday, just think about that, right? How can you be a better leader? How can you become a better manager? How can you become a better supporter, a more effective, right? Because here's where a lot of people mess up. They confuse effective with efficiency. Effectiveness is with people. Efficiency is with tasks. We were at a marriage retreat last night with Dr. Eugene Wilson from he's the president of the Texas Bible College down in Lufkin. And he went over the DISC assessment. Now we study DISC, we teach DISC, we know DISC, right? You have your dominant personality, you have your inspiring, you have your steadiness, you have your compliant, your DISC assessment. If you're not familiar with DISC, those are some really, really awesome personality profiles that really, really help you identify your personality, but more importantly, the personality of the person, the client, your customer, your mate, your kids, and how they understand and how they process information. And so once you start to speak their language, all of a sudden, you're not just communicating, baby, you're connecting. And that makes a totally, totally different outcome because you're now speaking the same language. Because oftentimes, and my wife will attest to this, we're not arguing. We're having an intense moment of fellowship, saying the same thing, but still going at it. And we found out yesterday that you don't even people with doctorate degrees have the same issue. So I'm just going to bypass the doctorate degree. But seriously, guys, once you understand your personality profile, do a free DISC assessment. And if you want to have access to a free DISC assessment, hey, in the comment section, just put DICS, DISC. Right? Don't confuse some of those letters. I mean, you dyslexic people get that backwards and you end up spelling something wrong. But DISC in the comment section, I'll shoot you a link that you can do a free complimentary personality profile assessment to understand your personality type, and then do that with your spouse and see exactly how you guys are able to really not just connect or not just communicate, but better connect. You see, my problem, I say my problem, the challenge with the golden rule, and you may agree, you may not disagree, he's disagreeing with the Bible. My challenge with the golden rule is that you treat others as you would like to be treated. Unfortunately, there's 3 other dominant personalities out there. So if I treat you the way I want to be treated, that may not be how you want to be treated. So the platinum rule, which is a little bit different from the golden rule, not better, just different, says that to treat others as they would want to be treated. If you're a dominant personality, treat them and speak to them with words that resonate with them. If you're an inspiring personality, same thing, steadiness, compliant, cautiousness, all that stuff. So again, once you understand how the DISC profile assessment works, and some people do the Enneagram, some people do the color, some people do the Briggs and Stratton. No, not Briggs and Stratton. That's a motor. Myers-Briggs. Myers-Briggs. That's what I was looking for. Okay, guys, just bear with me. So a couple of people do those differently, but reach out, put DISC in the comment section, and I'll shoot you a link that you're going to be able to get a complimentary DISC assessment so that you can better understand your dominant personality, so that you can be a better and more effective leader, manager, and individual, better spouse to your wife, better parent to your kids, and just a better member to society in general, guys. Love you, appreciate you. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me on Something to Smile About Saturday. We will see you guys here. Oh, guys, we're starting something called Taco About Jesus on Sunday morning. A friend of mine shot me this. John Bentley, thanks for this. We're going to have a Sunday Taco about Jesus. Taco about Jesus. So we're just gonna do something, talk about maybe our testimony. Maybe we don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow, but we're gonna come on here live early and we're gonna do it. And so now we're gonna go 7 days. Is that too much? Is that too much? Hey, if it's too much, don't worry about it. Just keep scrolling. Maybe somebody will find this entertaining because we just want to talk about the goodness of Jesus, the goodness of God, and everything that He's done for us, and how Jesus really does love you. It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what you're facing. I get it. I understand. The holidays are coming up, and this is why we're doing this, because you just never know what somebody struggles with. You just never understand how difficult somebody has it. And so if I could just give them a word of encouragement about how God and Jesus, how God's been good to me and the grace and the mercy that has been extended to me, and knowing that God doesn't make mistakes, and knowing that He is an on-time God, and that if He did it for me, He can definitely do it for you. That's all we want to do on Sunday. So on Sundays, join us in our inaugural Talk About Jesus Sunday. We're going to call it Spiritual Sunday. We don't know what we're going to call it, but I think it's going to be fun. So if you guys want it, if you guys like it, hey, share with me, reach out to me. I'll definitely shoot that one to you. Anything else, guys? If not, we'll just see you guys here on Motivational Monday on TGIMM. Thank God it's Motivational Monday. All right, guys, love you, appreciate you. We will see you guys. We got part 2 of the marriage retreat coming up here about, is it 9 or 10? So we better get out there and get to going. So love you, appreciate you. Have a phenomenal rest of your incredible Saturday, Sunday, and then we will see you guys back here on Monday morning. Adios, amigos.